I love this.
We Calgarians take pride in our work, in our outdoor spaces, and we put a lot of time and effort into making comfortable, beautiful homes.
Can't wait.
We also love our water features.
Beautiful.
And that's where we come in.
From crazy indoor water features to crafting your own outdoor nature paradise.
That's what we do. Join us as we show you what you can have with some imagination,
Heavy machinery,
and skillful hands.
we are Water by Design.
First big outdoor project after Stampede. Super excited to get back on today. Super excited to give Dan and Kathy a water feature design that they always dreamed of.
Right.
Take this pond and waterfall and just rebuild it and make it beautiful and make them happy and just build it right.
So Dan called me. The great thing about Dan is he realized what he had at the time was just not built well, so he wanted to start again from the beginning, start from scratch, rebuild the whole thing.
But unfortunately, in a lot of these cases, and we know now after all these years of doing this, you can't fix them, man.
Yeah.
You have to rebuild them. So a rebuild is what this is, essentially.
And now that we've gone over all these components, we've talked about it, I think we're ready to start getting in here with the machines and start tearing her down.
Yeah, we got a plan. Let's turn this nightmare into a dream oasis for Dan and Kathy so they can enjoy coffee in the morning, some wine at night, and entertaining friends and family, which is something they love to do. They're having a party this afternoon, and you know, like I said before, they had to bring the water truck out yesterday just to fill the feature, to run the feature for their party.
Yeah,
So
and they're so disappointed right now in what they have, and they're anxious. They are excited to see what we're gonna do, but they've just went through this horrible experience literally in the last 12 months. So
Yeah.
now we really gotta make them believers, and we're excited to do that.
I'm excited to show them and stop talking and showing like other features and what we're capable of, and actually get in here, rebuild this, and take care of them.
Yeah.
So they're awesome people, and we want to look after them, and they'll be clients of ours for years and years and years to come.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
all right, let's do it.
Awesome.
Dan came out, he did do a tour. He came to the Seminole job site out at Myron Grunsky's house.
Yep.
He came and looked at some of our other work, and then he came down to the Western Oasis at the Calgary Stampede. So again, once bitten, twice shy. You know, Dan was gonna do his homework this time because he didn't want things to go wrong yet again. And you know, we knew we were the guys for the job, but we just needed to make sure Dan was comfortable and knew what needed to happen, and we were all on the same page.
The guy that originally built this just kind of popped Rundle rocks in, popped sandstone rocks in. He's trying to break grade that way.
Not
But-
building an actual wall.
Exactly. We know by building a wall, having that terracing, having those different levels to step down to grade is the way things need to be done. It's the proper way to do it. And that's the way we're going to rebuild it.
Yeah, for people that want to build water features, it's not just digging a hole and putting water in it. You really got to pre-plan and make sure you're doing your things right.
All that is going to want to come into the water feature otherwise.
Totally. And it just, to me, it just doesn't even look natural. It looks rubbly and
Yeah.
just unorganized. I really dislike it.
There's no vaults, so we'll have 2 vaults that we're going to bring in. We're getting rid of that skimmer. We're bringing in a large skimmer.
Okay.
I guess it's not too difficult for us, but it is a massive fix as well. Like, you're ripping apart a whole feature and you're starting from scratch, and it's a massive water feature. So yeah, it was big.
That's why we had to bring in so much more rock, because basically all the rock that was used in here previously shouldn't be used within a water feature. So now we're replacing that, and like Kevin's saying, taking the stuff that we can't use in the feature and using it outside of the feature.
Here's some sandstone that's deteriorating, so you can just see, you know, what happens. It's not even submerged. So just imagine the freeze-thaw process after a couple winters, what's going to happen to the sandstone boulders in the waterfall, in the pond, and that's why we're going to remove them all and take them outside of the water feature. Basically what we have here is just not the right rock for the feature. It's deteriorating, it's chipping, it's just breaking down. You have water flowing over top of that stone for 6-7 months out of the year, and you're using sandstone to build your waterfall. it's just a matter of time before it starts breaking down and deteriorating and causing issues.
You just got to take those steps. It comes with experience, doing your homework, and just researching the proper way to design and build water features so they last a lifetime. When you're going to invest this kind of money into a space, you want it to last a lifetime, and in this case, it's Dan and Kathy's retirement oasis. So, I mean, yeah, a very big project, and needed it to be planned out properly.
First, Dan said Niagara Falls.
Yes.
People that have seen Niagara Falls, it's just a massive spill, but from the water features that Dan has seen that we've built, because he's been out to see multiple water features, and he likes the splitter rocks, and he keeps bringing that up. Just kind of breaks things up, makes it look more natural, plus we can use that to create a destination for people to sit, for birds to bath. Yeah, it just adds beauty, breaks up the design, and at the end of the day, it looks more natural.
I retired in 2016. We had a farm up near Sylvan Lake, so we got tired of driving 2.5 hours on Friday and 2.5 hours on Sunday. So we decided to make our backyard retreat.
Well, if you look, you'll see that it looks like a beautiful Christmas present. Bubbles and bows and bright and pretty. But when you open it up, it's a box of coal. It's our dream turned into a nightmare. And these gentlemen are here to help us get it fixed, and we're so happy. We want our oasis back again.
So we're back at Courcy's. It's been about 2 weeks since we've been here. Pretty big change now.
Need a truck or a fleet for a seasonal job? Don't lease it, rent it. Shagganappy GM now offers short-term rentals for our entire lineup of Chevy and GM trucks. Shagganappy GM and Cobalt Rentals. This is the new way.
We need to replace our kitchen cabinets.
You've come to the right place.
We have an idea, but you can sit down with one of our designers. That's one way we try to make your life easier.
I don't want to be assembling cabinets on my weekend.
Hey, the only Ellen you'll ever need is that guy.
Renovating is fast and easy with the help of our cabinet experts.
I love these cabinets.
No longer a contractor's best kept secret. We provide pre-assembled cabinets right here in the great city of Calgary. Get your cabinets right here.
We at The Landscape Artists have been transforming Calgary landscapes for 40 years, serving this city and surrounding areas with smartly designed creative outdoor living spaces. Crafting your outdoor oasis has never been easier with amazing results. You'll enjoy working with our creative design team as we take your vision from dream to a reality. You deserve a place to unwind, a place to think, and a wonderful place to entertain. Call our firm today for your free consultation. The Landscape Artist, award-winning design and construction.
I've done a major renovation before, and I met them, and I was just so comfortable with them. Well, this is my sanctuary, and I want a peaceful, quiet place. I wanted a place that's welcoming. I love having company, and especially my family. That's the most important thing. Every Sunday, usually my family's here. And yeah, I just wanted a place where we can all be together.
So we're back at Courcy's. It's been about 2 weeks since we've been here. Pretty big change now. Everything in the landscape in the section of the pond is totally different. We had to start by building retaining walls on the far side of the hill to get our levels for our pond. After that, we ripped out about 150 tons of material and took it out of here. Tons of washed rock, tons of dirty dirt, and came back, replaced it with clay.
The dirtiest of the dirty.
Yeah, dirty, sludgy, slimy, just gross, disgusting dirt. Again, stinky.
The Rundle rock was the rock that was here before we got here, and we were able to use this kind of janky rock that was in the waterfall and create these awesome retaining walls to help break the grade. It was basically the first step in the process.
For the Courcy rebuild, we probably ended up using more or less 300 tons of rock for their rebuild inside the pond and around the pond, just to build up those walls, the terracing, just to set those gardens up and just get the elevation and all our levels where they needed to be so that everything worked right, flowed properly, and just looked natural.
When I arrived here, I knew right away we're gonna have to remove so much material, and the thing is you know that you're gonna be carving a pond back in the existing space, so it's always the challenge of, am I taking enough away that when I replace it with the clay, I'm not gonna run into it again? They also had wood coming off the deck because that was part of the old pond design, and it was a wooden barrier, wooden retaining wall. And so of course we replaced it with natural rock. The wood was not put in properly. It was gonna get damaged after probably 3 to 5 years. So we had to take all that out. We had to cut it back, but we still had to not compromise the deck and its structure at all.
We want things to look natural. We don't want it to look artificial. We just want it to fit as like the house was built after the waterfall was already there.
So we're actually getting ready to put the dock back into the pond, make sure we've done all of our measurements right. We got room for it. It attaches good, and we're excited to do that. It's one of the last things we have to do before starting it.
They already really had a nice gazebo, so again, we're fitting the water feature into that. That's one of the components that they did like, so we're working with that the whole time.
Working around that was a challenge too. You know, we don't want to damage it, and we got to tie the water feature into it, so we had to get creative, and we did. Massive, just really, really cool to see from that bird's eye view, man. Really puts things into perspective, and I love seeing our job site like that, just how neat and organized and just tidy everything is.
Yes, that went very quick. You know, you just got to find that right spot anytime you're slinging anything, be it rock or a dock, and just get it nice and balanced. And we got it pretty much perfectly even. Able to just slide it right up in there, screw it in, and now we'll just do the minor adjustments from here.
That was probably one of the easier slings of the whole job. Just the size of this feature and reaching the middle of that stream bed with some of those bigger rocks was a real challenge. I had to really get the tape out and think about where I was going to position the machine to be able to get a lot of these rocks in the middle, because we wanted some nice big stuff in the middle too. So that was definitely a challenge.
I do think it can come up a little bit, hey?
It's telling me this corner, this side looks perfect. So we need just like one of those plastic poly shims. I think it'd be perfect.
Right, okay, we don't want to go too much.
But yeah, this side here you can see the level. This side here is pretty much bang on.
Bang on, yeah.
It's sloping down like a tiny bit, and then across this way that corner's showing low. So I think we'll start by shimming that up and see where it gets us.
Okay, and it feels solid when you walk on that edge?
It feels super good, yeah.
Okay, good.
The dock was a finishing touch, but definitely not the most difficult lift in the whole process.
They obviously just had their posts on their drain rock, weren't thinking about it too much. We're right down to the liner, so that's why I put that cow mat beneath. I want it to wreck over time. I want it to be nice and squishy so that it doesn't hurt the liner, and also give a soft spot for the cedar.
We actually have lots of room to do that build up back there and around the pipes and everything.
Yeah, I think we had a little more room than we even thought, eh?
I got to give 80 props, man. This whole project was super challenging, and the way he built those walls around the outside for the encasing, just literally a work of art, man. So great job, buddy, and looks amazing.
I think one of the biggest challenges we faced on this too is we reused so much material that came out. A lot of the larger boulders that came out, we reused all of them to do those side retaining walls that you can see and to do all the encasing around it. So a big challenge here was that we had to get all of our new rock on site. We had to store all that rock till we were ready to use it. And then there was still the challenge of excavating all the old material out, putting the clay back in, re-excavating it, and doing all that around that material. So luckily the Courcy's had a lot of space for us to work with there, but we used all of it.
I think they'll be dancing on here too much. I don't know what'll happen. I'm already dancing on here, so. Exactly.
Yeah, they like to steal my lunches. Eat my sandwich.
And he's still stealing fittings.
He loves fittings.
I know, he's always grabbing them.
Is your house feeling dated, or are you just wanting a fresh new look? Whether you're listing a property, have multiple rentals that need maintenance, or want to make your home feel new again, with same-day painting, you're in good hands. We love painting your homes, and we have the manpower for any commercial job as well. With a 30-day warranty, 6-point inspection, and a full color consultation, our dedicated team of qualified professionals will deliver the highest quality job. Same-day painting. More than paint, it's peace of mind.
How important is your roof to you? EuroShield, your smart choice in roofing. EuroShield, environmentally friendly rubber roofing systems. Hail, heat, wind, rain and snow. Bring it on. Alberta made for any kind of extreme weather. For life. Built from recycled material. Built to endure. Built to cover your home in style. EuroShield, the best choice for your home. Greening the earth, one roof at a time.
We didn't have to make them so comfortable, but we did. Toto.
Okay, so now I just want to get those pumps in. Then we can do the rest of the floor coverage. Do you want to start working on the build-ups?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we just got the dock in. How do you guys feel about the placement? How that all ended up with the pond now where it is?
You know what? I think it makes it look
More natural.
more like a pond.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the deck.
Like you just want to sit down with your little fishing rod and
And cast it into there.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
the imaginary fish.
Right, right. No, I agree as well. It just helps fill that space. Again, taking away a little bit from the rock overload because we haven't got our plants back in yet and it's not all greened out, but the dock is another contrasting view from the rock, right?
Exactly. Well, the experience didn't turn out too well. This year when we went to start it up, we put in more water and the water flooded the backyard. So that's when we knew there was an issue. And as we started investigating, it just got worse and worse. So we got the recommendations of a couple of designers and water people, and they recommended Grant and Kevin. They said they were #1 in Calgary, and I have no doubt that nobody can surpass
We absolutely
them.
agree.
You're #1 in Calgary.
Number
Thanks,
one,
Dan.
baby. Yeah, they are adorable.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically I want this whole assembly to fit inside this vault somehow, some way.
There's always a way. There is always a way.
This is the check valve that we have for when you turn the water off. Basically it holds the water in the line, so instead of you losing all of your water up to the top, down back into the pond, it holds it in the line. Just want that in any situation where you turn it off, because you turn it off, all that water comes out, it's gonna overfill up on the pond and then you lose that water. You gotta refill the lines when you go to start it up, so we always put a check valve in all the pumps just to hold the water in the line. It's just way too high.
Yeah. Can we run those on their sides, or are they?
I think we can. It's just a mag drive,
right?
So
should be able to run any which
it's
way.
obviously a lot nicer on its feet at the bottom.
Grant's a super plumber.
For ponds.
For ponds, yeah.
Oh.
This way, this way.
Super plumber. Grant, right here. Right here. Over here.
I think we have the solution. I think we have to get a different fitting here. This is a female 3-inch thread, and we need, this is a male. We need a female with this piece, put this on, and then I think it's gonna be a union because the cam lock's just gonna be way too massive.
With this one too, the biggest issue is that we're reusing the pumps that he had, which are good pumps, but they're a different configuration than the pumps that we typically use. So the clearances are a little bit different, and they just fit into the vaults a little bit differently. So we just have to think our way through it, but it seems like we're getting some solutions now.
100%. The work ethic of these guys is above and beyond what you can expect.
They start at 7 in the morning and finish at 6 or 7, 6 days a week. Their ethics, and they're so precise on how they place the stone. It's not just throwing a stone down. They make it fit and they make it look nice. They're very creative.
And they're very respectful about our property. Obviously, with those great big machines, it's going to damage the grass somewhat, but
It'll come
they
back.
fix it.
They
fix whatever's wrong, and we're so happy with them. We give them lunch every day.
It took a long time, and I will say, you know, he seemed like a really tough nut to crack at first. Once we got on site, he just let us do our thing. He just sat in the background and made us lunch every day. So it was, well, honestly, we've never been on a site where we've just been, the hospitality was just off the charts.
Yeah, it was second to none.
I just gotta finish back up to this shelf here. We had this all built out with rocks, but we realized we had given ourselves enough clearance for these posts. The rock I had here came out about halfway through this post. So I actually took him, flipped him up to the side, so we didn't have to remove it completely from the pond. And then now that we have this dock in, I'm just gonna do a build-up of smaller rocks to achieve the same thing and just work around the post. Pump in. And now we're gonna feed our cord all the way back up to our power source and bury everything. Yeah, I can't wait. Let's get the water in and let's get this thing running.
Yeah, they like to steal my lunches. Eat my sandwiches.
And he's stealing fittings, and I don't know if we got it on film, but he ate a spray paint can and got sprayed in the face. So
I wasn't there
for that. He would have learned a lesson, but I don't think he did.
He loves fittings.
I know, he's always grabbing them.
Once we were in there, they continued to get more excited day after day, day in, day out. Just the excitement and their energy, it just fed us and just gave us more energy and just got us excited to be there working for them.
Full transformation has happened now.
Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, here with Mike from Tally Renovations. Mike, how do you tackle kitchens?
Kitchens are really important. They're the absolute heart of the home, so they take a little extra time and care to get it right, because it's really the hub for your family, for your friends, and it's the gathering place for everything that you do.
And with that attitude, that's why I always recommend Mike from Tally Renovations.
Tally Renovations. Beautiful spaces built right. When you have a Canada outdoor kitchen, you get more out of life. Add a whole new dimension to how you use and enjoy your home. Enjoy family and friends, and extend your outdoor cooking, dining, and living experience all year round. Canada Outdoor Kitchens. Dream big, live well.
Welcome to Pacific Hut, where great food and great people come together. Classic Filipino dishes and delicious all-day breakfasts in comforting Filipino-style cooking. Bring your family and come in today. Pacific Hut.
Your experience with Legacy Kitchen starts with a visit to our showroom, where our designers and craftsmen are committed to creating a kitchen that suits your home and lifestyle. We coordinate every aspect of the design and renovation process, taking you from an idea to reality. For over 3 decades, we have proudly served Calgary homeowners and home builders with premium kitchen design and renovations. Legacy Kitchens, we are with you all the way.
Full transformation has happened now. You know, it worked out to be about 4 weeks of work. Really good.
Yeah, and just seeing those levels and those spills, the waterfall, everything, the dock. I mean, yeah, the walls going around, the way everything ties into itself.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Always when we get into the rebuilds, we run into stuff, we find out about stuff, and all of a sudden there's so much more to it than what you think when you originally look at it. I'm not worthy. I'm too worthy.
Definitely, in the amount of material that we brought out of here, I think it was over 100 tons.
Well, amazing is too easy a word, but when you watch these guys work every day and their work ethic compared to before is amazing.
They don't just plop rocks down here and there.
No,
they measure,
really.
they got the laser, they got the level out, everything is perfect.
Those turned out awesome.
Yeah, they're incredible, and that's some of that beautiful rock that we brought in there. When he saw that, he just loves it.
It actually feels like you're standing on a dock and the water's going underneath.
You get quality product from these people.
So much nicer and bigger and just more open. It has a lot more character.
Yeah, just getting rid of that wood and replacing it with rock has just made it look so much better.
And just more natural.
We wanted to give them that same feel, but we wanted to give it with, you know, the assurance that the water's not going to leak, you know, they really couldn't deal anything with what they had under there. So it was a concern the whole time. So now you got to find out a way to do it correctly and still give the same feel. And like, we're just so happy with that result. They're so happy with that result.
This whole pond thing started out to be, Danny wanted a pond for the dog.
Right.
So the dog could swim. We'll just dig a hole over there, put a little sheet in, and the dog can go swimming. So now we have this. And if you like later, we can show you how the dog likes the pond.
Yeah, we find it extremely relaxing.
Yeah.
The sound of the water, it just takes your mind off of a whole bunch of stuff. Plus the beautiful part is, I don't have to go anywhere. It's right behind the house.
It's right here.
Yeah.
The water now goes up so much higher on the dock, so it really feels like you're walking out into the water, and it's just a great result.
Just big, open, deep, tons of flow, filtration, UV light, aquatic plants, lilies, there's some koi fish in this one. I mean, that's the big thing. If you have a feature in a space in the backyard that's just not working properly, it doesn't make for a very good party space, that's for sure.
The people that saw the before and after just said, wow, what a difference.
Right.
Yeah, they were just amazed, and they said, you could tell that there was a lot of thought put into this, not just plopping the rocks down.
Yep. Fast forward 6 weeks and just so happy, so excited. And, you know, they're basically looking forward to next summer now, knowing that they got the feature that they always wanted.
This whole job turned out amazing. I mean, what can I say? The work speaks for itself. I mean, Dan and Kathy are super happy. We're super happy. Not only have they become friends of ours, we got to create this beautiful oasis, and now we can bring people over there to their house and show it off. So, you know, they're happy to give back. They came out on the tours, they saw other builds that we have done, and they're more than happy for us to bring people out there and show off the work we did on their property.
The feature that they want, super rewarding, everything working properly, not having to bring in water trucks to fill it up every couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, this job couldn't have went any better at the end of the day.
No.
And the crew worked super hard to get her done. And yeah, just the end result is phenomenal.
More rocks, more water.
Better design.
Less mulch.
Yeah. Rustic rock, I love it. You know, the color and that.
Yeah, I love it too.
And then the nice rock in the pond because it's so colorful.
Well,
and the water at night with the lights. I called it, I said, I want Niagara Falls, guys. And they did it.
I always love with this job, it's a first in the sense that we've never had a waterfall that's this wide. So the challenge of getting the water to spread out over a 25-foot width and accomplishing that and making it look so good it's awesome.
If you want the water to be clean, get the filter, do it right. That's my philosophy.
100%. Spend
now
money up front.
I can see the bottom from the kitchen window.
Right, right.
I couldn't see the bottom from here before. And I didn't want to go for a swim or put your feet in.
Right.
Now you can see every detail.
It looks awesome. The contrast with the runo and the rusty, it looks great.
Saving money, saving time, reusing material when we can. I mean, just doing what's in the best interest for the client, but being smart about it and, you know, obviously not trying to force things.
I think we got it covered.
I think we owe these two a real debt. They're experts, they're professional, they were on time, worked like dogs, stopped for lunch for 5-10 minutes and then back to work again. Didn't matter if it was 35 degrees and smoke from BC or it was raining. They were here and they did their job and they did it really well. We're really, really grateful for this.
Awesome. Yeah. Bring it in, give us a hug.
Oh, I just love it at night. Oh my God, that looks so good.
Looks so amazing at nighttime. It just comes alive. All the lights light up, all the different levels, the shelves, the waterfalls, the holding pools, the fish darting around. I mean,
it's amazing at night.
It is. It truly is amazing.